Hello and welcome back to this series of how to make videos, which I hope will prove to be a useful resource for teachers and teaching assistants in primary and middle schools. In this video I'm going to show you how to make Vfold animals. They're made out of, you can make them out of paper, a bit more robust if you make them out of thin card. And I've designed these on the computer using a wonderful program called Corel Draw that I've been using for many years. We're going to make some zebras. Here's the template. The template is available free as a .pdf file on my website. My website address is on the top of the cutting mat there. It looks like there's two both the same. They are different. If we look at two zebras here, can you see that this one, the spine fold goes straight across and then the head folds down, and this one the spine fold folds up and then the heads go down. So that's got two sets of V-folds. Let's do the simplest one first of all. As I say, I've photocopied this onto thin card. This is 230 micron recycled card. For the larger animals, the giraffe, the elephant, I've enlarged it onto A3 card, and you might want to go to a thicker card as well, perhaps 280 micron. Well, whatever you can get through your photocopier basically. So let's do the simplest one first. So let's just cut the card in half roughly. And we've got a dotted line that runs down the middle of the animal, the spine, and a dotted line there, and then two angled dotted lines. Can you see that? And whenever I'm doing any folding, I always score fold lines. I'm going to use a ruler and a small screwdriver. You could use a scissor blade. I'm going to press this quite hard because I want these folds to be quite flexible. If you're doing it with paper, don't press too hard because you'll just cut through the paper. And here. And then that fold across its neck there. Next we fold the whole animal in half. See how easily it is to fold now that we've scored it. And we're going to cut through both at the same time. So I'm probably going to do this quite roughly. I think it's quite difficult to cut this out. You do need reasonable scissors. Can you notice that I'm making very small nibble cuts near the middle of the scissors and turning the card as I go. As I go around schools in London, I meet a lot of children with different scissor skills depending on how much they've used scissors. I think this is going to be quite a challenge. I'm going to try it out next term with my after school D&T club here at Iverdale Primary School. And then round here, I'll try and speed up a bit. And around its neck. Now there are two ears there. I don't know if you can see, I'm just passing some ears, so we don't want to lose them. They're going to be stuck on at the end. We're now coming to the zebra's nose, or is it snout? There we go. Probably make a better job of this if I wasn't making a video. There we go, and now we've got to cut out the space between the legs. The smaller animals, if you make them out of paper, they will stand up. The larger animals, they won't stand up if made of paper. They do have to be made of card. What I might do with the younger children, I might enlarge these animals onto A3 card, because I'm sure they're going to be easier to cut out if they were larger. I've had lots of practice And there we go. Oh, let's not lose the ears, I beg your pardon. Let's just cut them out roughly and put them to one side. Okay, so there's our Vfold zebra. So we've now got to fold up this tricky bit, the actual Vfold itself. It's one of these things where the first time you do it you're going to find it quite difficult. By the time you've done it 6 or 7 times you'll wonder how you ever found it difficult. For this one we want the head to go down, so we're going to mounting fold that fold there. Mounting fold is when a fold goes that way. Valley fold is where a fold goes that way. We actually want this to be very flexible, so I'm actually going to double fold it. I'm going to fold it back on itself and then back down again. Now the tricky bit is to fold these angles here. What you can do is to, I don't know if you're picking this up, is to sort of pinch it with your fingernails like that. Can you see that? Mounting fold it and then pinch the other one, mounting fold. But in fact we want them to actually be a valley fold, so I'm just going to fold them back to a mounting. Always a good idea when you need something to be very flexible to actually double fold it. But we actually want the angled ones to be valley folds. So can you see that now? And when we fold up the zebra, hopefully, can you see now that it almost wants to fold over? And then if you pinch it, it will stay where it's supposed to stay. Now you can leave it like that. I like to just glue the two halves of the snout together. You can use stick glue. I've got a glue gun handy here, so I'm just going to put a very small blob of glue and just pinch its snout together. You can try and get this tail to curve. If you're going to do this really carefully because it's so easy to tear the card. Just little pinches and you can get a curve into the tail. And then we've now got the ears. We'll just quickly cut these out. In my original design the ears were part of the actual main design, but they work out not to be in the right place on the head. I lived with it for a few days, but then I gave in and decided to have the ears separate. And then we cut the other ear out. Very fiddly at this size. Yes, I think I might, when I do this with my club, enlarge them. And a very tiny drop of glue on the end. And the ears go on the back of the head round about there. You see that? And then the other one on the other side. Try and get them symmetrical. Oh, much too much glue. That's going to go everywhere. You can kind of look at the ears and line them up. And you can bend them out. If they were larger you could even fold them lengthwise to get sort of an ear shape. But it's quite tricky to do with this zebra. So that's the single fold zebra. The double fold one, I've already scored this out and cut it out. So now we've got 2 folds to do. The first one this time is a valley fold for the fold that goes across, but I'm going to double fold it anyway, but then leave it as a valley fold. And then these 2 angle folds have got to be mounting folds. So once again you've got to get in there with your fingers and thumbnail and fold these lines. So the one going across here has got to be a mounting fold, and the 2 angles have got to be sorry, the one going across has to be a valley fold, I beg your pardon, and the angled ones have to be a mountain. And this time when you fold it up, it now goes, it makes the card go up. When you're designing these, obviously that angle affects the angle that is produced. And now we do the head, which is exactly the same as we did with the first zebra. So we fold over the head, mountain fold, but while you're there double fold it anyway, and then valley fold the two angled folds on the side. Very good practice for fingers that are learning how to fold. And this one folds over that way, there it goes, like that. So now we've got the second zebra with a different posture, heads up, perhaps looking for predators. Again, we're going to just try and curl its tail over without ripping it. There we go. Glue in its snout. And I won't cut the other two ears out. Here's one that I made earlier. It's worth, because it's a simple, obviously the zebras are black and white, it's quite easy to do a little bit more colouring on the other side that's not printed with a black marker pen, and perhaps I'm going to do some stripes perhaps on the inside of its leg. Other designs that I've done, these are all African animals. This is a beautiful antelope called a bongo. It's got the same design as the zebra. This is an antelope called an oryx. This time, instead of the head going up, the angle, the V-fold is the other way around to make the head go down, so that it looks like it's grazing. Gazelle. Very strange animal, not really a plains animal, more found in rainforests as an okapi. A predator, we've got a lion here, and some larger animals, a hippo and a rhinoceros, and finally the elephant and the giraffe. I did enlarge these onto A3 card. I've had to just fold out the legs a little bit to make it stand up. And the giraffe, we definitely have to have this on card. I think I actually used slightly thicker card, and I've also slightly folded the legs lengthwise, well, to make them stronger, so that to actually make the giraffe stand up. And obviously if you have different sizes you can have a young giraffe, and I've left the horns off because it's a juvenile. So if you'd like to have a go at doing these, as I said, the zebra template is on my website free of charge. If you want to have a go at doing the others, I've produced a pack here with sheets to make 16 animals, 2 zebras, 2 oryx, 2 bongos, 2 gazelle, 2 lions, 2 okapis, a rhinoceros, giraffe, hippopotamus and an elephant. And if you email me, my email address is on my website. I will tell you how to order this pack. So I hope you enjoy making these Vfold animals. Thanks for watching.